Hi there, and welcome to today's Faith Lift message. If this is your first one, my name is Carl, and I'm part of the team here at the Richards Baptist Church. We're busy in the process of moving, and so obviously everything comes along with that. So we have a whole bunch of stuff that we packed into boxes, but as we've packed, we've realized that we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we just don't use. And it kind of got me thinking about how in life we tend to take stuff on and we keep things, and life just becomes cluttered. Life becomes just heavier and heavier and heavier because we just keep stuff that we don't have to keep. And it got me thinking about a promise that God gives us in Matthew chapter 11. It says this from verse 28 and 29. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Twice in these three verses, it tells us that God will give you rest. It says, I will give you rest. And then it goes on and says, I will give you rest for your soul. In other words, it's a rest that's way deeper than just physical rest. It's a rest that gives you deep peace inside. This rest that gives you just the energy to carry on, to really just have this burden taken off your shoulders. And God says, come to me, all you who labor, all those who battle and struggle from day to day in our spiritual walk. And so God says, come to me and take on my burden, take on my yoke, because my yoke is easy, my burden is light. And God says, sometimes we take on things that we don't have to take on. And sometimes we feel like we've got to carry on through life. And God's saying to us, all those things that you feel like you've got to carry on your own shoulders, that you've got to do by yourself, I'm saying to you, I'm your Father. I want to be here next to you. I want to help carry it. And it's interesting. It says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and lowly in heart. And those are such great words. God says, learn from me. And we read through, especially in Matthew, from verse 5 all the way through to verse 12, 13, just some of the stories, the lessons that God gives and that Jesus gives. And most of those lessons, if we truly hear them, if we do them, we realize that God called us for a life that's actually so much more simple than what we make it to be sometimes. That we tend to worry about stuff that we shouldn't worry about. We tend to try and go through things that you don't have to go through alone. And God says, hey, I want you to take up something. And so I'm wondering, what is this burden that God says, take on my burden, pick up my burden, take up my yoke. My yoke is easy. And what is that? What is that burden, that yoke that we have to carry that Christ gives us? And it's simple. God says the only thing that you really have to worry about in this life, the only thing that you really have to carry around in this life, is the calling that God's given to each one of us to fulfill His mandate, to fulfill His commandments. And that really is to follow Christ with all our hearts, to love God with all our hearts, all our mind, all our spirit, and to love our neighbors. And on that journey, on this road that we walk with, we worry about one thing, and that's eternal life. Eternal life for ourselves with Christ, and eternal life for those around us with Christ. And God says, that's the only burden I want you to carry. I want you to only carry the burden to try and get as many people to believe in me, to trust in me, because I give you everything that you ever have to have. And so that's my encouragement to you today. Look at your own life. What are some of the things that you're worrying about that you really don't have to worry about? And I know that we sometimes worry about things and we feel like this is my responsibility. I have to worry about it because otherwise if I don't, everything's just going to fall apart. God doesn't call us to be negligent. God doesn't call us to be irresponsible. But God says, don't worry about it. Don't carry burdens you don't have to carry. But trust in me. Trust in me because I will look after you. I will take your burden. I will carry it for you. I will take care of you. What do you have to do? Worry about eternal life. Worry about where your soul will be one day. God will give you rest. Rest that rejuvenates, that refreshes, that sustains. I hope this encourages you and that it blesses you. Thank you.